quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa. Here's Gibson to start the drive. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 13 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your running game.
On 2nd and 9, Tua got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Tua. Going right back to Dotson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them. Is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Tua going to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Knight. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Knight. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Vikings are 2-10 now on the year, and they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players, and even silently, Ask for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Throwing on first down. Knight, middle of the field to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there at the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to be
those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
To throw on 2nd down, Knight. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. 7-7, our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Knight. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. Back to throw. Knight. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's exactly what you want to put it for. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He's got him in, complete. Hurry. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On the counter, here's Jones. Down to the 25. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. Then everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, free up the D lineman to make the play.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic 1st down.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Eric Kendricks in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now out comes Minnesota. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a break.
Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But
all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll cross over. 25.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Knight, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead. Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Looking to throw on second down. Knight. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. After the turnover, it's Tua. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua, this a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more.
And down he goes pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, Tua escaping the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half. Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Throwing to start the drive. Knight, and complete, right side to Cook. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Knight. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down. Now he dumps this off over the middle and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake. Knight. And this one complete to Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there. To throw on 2nd down. Knight. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Knight being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score. It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the Washington offense going back to work. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They run the toss now with Gibson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Following the fumble recovery. Knight, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Swinging this out right here for Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's brought down. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Cook will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Point after here coming up. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Tua now on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Knight. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st down, Knight, wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So give him the yardage.
Hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Cook following the penalty. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On second down, it's Cook again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Knight. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Now Washington down 23-20, and time a huge factor. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Now Tua gets this to Gibson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tagovailoa. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready, set. Next red. Black walk. Check right.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
On 1st and 10, Knight. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It got his man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Holding. Offense.
Oh, wait a minute. They declined it.
Makes no sense, right? They just gave up a big yardage play, right?
And now it's going to steal. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Open to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And the Commanders are going to be looking at... Move this down to the 4-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
Gibson not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So